Welcome to HortTube. My name is Jim Putnam. This is the second part of a container plant video that I'm doing at Flowerwood Nursery in Loxley, Alabama. I pulled tons of plants that are great on foundations. In this second part, you'll see a lot of things that will work in the shade as well as finishing up the things for the sun. The first part I'll link up here in the corner if you haven't seen it yet, but this is a lot of different pieces and just talking through the various pieces that will stay between like 2 and 4 feet in height. I was here in the fall and did a screening plant series of videos. You may want to go back and take a look at if you're interested in screening plants. I think there were like 30 plants in that series of videos. And I have an upcoming video doing, I've pulled together pieces that will go on the corners of your foundation, places where you need to get some height, but you want something to stay kind of narrow. So look for that video coming soon. Let's get started on the remaining plants for foundations. So I ended the last video with the Indian hawthorns there, and the next piece I'm going to show you right here is a podocarpus called Pringles. I've actually done a video on this one that I haven't put up yet. Really great plant. This one's going to stay small enough to be a great foundation plant. There's a couple others. One's called Mood Ring that I've covered on the channel, but it gets big enough to be called a screening plant, and I actually have it in a separate video over here. It really would be good on a corner, but Pringles would be good. In a spot where you need a narrow plant that doesn't get very, very tall. Of course, I show Sunshine Ligustrum all the time. It's so versatile. You can use this in a lot of different ways, and it can be, like I've always said, pruned into a ball, pruned into a cone, container planted, whatever you want to do. Great color on this plant year round. This is a golden Hinoki cypress right here, a dwarf golden Hinoki cypress. A great choice along a foundation, and easy to keep whatever size you want to keep it. It can eventually creep up into a pretty big plant, and so it can be used on a corner of a foundation. But if you wanted to keep it smaller, it's really not a problem, and it's not in a hurry. It takes a long time for it to get any size to it. Rosemary actually makes a good foundation plant if you've got plenty of sunlight. And this is Chef Choice rosemary, but there's a lot of different choices for rosemary, and there's ground cover ones. Chef's Choice is kind of in between a ground cover and a shrub-sized one. It's not quite prostrate, but it doesn't get very tall. And a great blue-green foliage on that plant year-round. Blue flowers in the spring, and of course you can use it, as an herb, which it is. Here's Pancake arborvita. This is a great foundation plant. There's 3 conifers in a row that are going to get similar in size to it, and this one's going to easily be kept 2 to 3 feet in height, or even less than 2 feet in height. Pancake kind of has a flat top on it and gets a little wider than tall. Soft to the touch, blue-green foliage year-round. Really beautiful plant. This is Dragon Prince cryptomeria, super compact. That thing has not really been pruned at all to grow like that. I've got one of these planted at the house, and so you can check out the video on that. This is Fire Chief arborvitae. I've shown this one several times. It gets that kind of a burgundy coloration in the winter time, and then this kind of lime green color during the growing season. Great on a foundation. This is Distilleums make great foundation plants, perfect part shade or full sun foundation plants. This one's called Jewel Box. Grows boxwood like, kind of roundish. This one over here, which I've also covered, is called Cast in Bronze. Gets a little bit wider than tall and has kind of a bronzy new foliage on it. I'm going to switch over now and do some shade pieces here. The Mahonia from the Southern Living Plant Collection, great plants in the shade. I've got this Marvel Mahonia at the house, and there's Soft Caress right there, slightly different textured plants. I have both of those planted at my house, and just great along any kind of shade foundation space, or anywhere in the shade for that matter. This is a Florida Sunshine Elysium, which I've used many times on the channel. The very deer resistant plant. This plant can creep up, probably 5 feet in its life, but it would be easy to keep it around 3 feet. Make a great foundation plant in a shady space. This is Deer Dolores hydrangea. I've got this one at the house, and I've shown myself planting this one in a video if you want to go back and look it up. This is our remontant variety, meaning it repeat blooms, and would be easy to keep pretty small. So anybody watching me can grow this one, and if it took any winter damage, you'd still get flowers on it. It's got flowers open on it, and it continues to produce buds throughout the growing season. But that's Dear Dolores. This is Utopia Plum Yew. I've got a video coming on this one. I planted a bunch of these at the old house. Great plant on a shady foundation. Gets 2 to 3 feet in height, a little wider than that, but almost no maintenance whatsoever. Really nice texture to that plant. Some of the, you know, most of the time camellias either have to go, you know, if they go on a foundation, they have to go someplace where you can really let them grow tall. But this is October Magic Ruby, and October Magic Ruby stays super, super compact. And this will be a great choice on a park shade foundation. Gets red flowers in the fall. Any of the Carex, any Carex is going to be a great choice on a shade foundation. Again, this is a ground cover, really, but that's about as tall as it's going to get. That's Everillo right there, which I have planted at my house. Has that bright yellow color year-round, super hardy. Almost everybody watching me can grow that plant, and it really adds a pop of color to any foundation planting. It looks great against any green, you know, any dark green colored foliage. It really makes it pop. Another great choice is this Mojo Pittosporum, and there's other dwarf Pittosporum as well. I've got a green foliage variety at my house, and this Mojo is really beautiful. It's got great variegation in the leaves year-round. This one can be kept right around 3 feet in height, and these do like to be well-draining soil. So if you think it might stay wet in the space you put it in, mound them up just a little bit. I've got in the other video I'm going to do with larger growing foundation plants. There's a regular variegated Pittosporum right there. That thing can get quite big, but this one is super, super easy. It just grows as a little round ball like that. And it does get little fragrant white flowers on it eventually. Sometimes it can take a few years on these dwarf ones to get some flowers on them. And the last piece I'll show you is this variegated Aucuba. There's lots of different variegated Aucuba. This is Gold Dust right here, but great for a shady foundation space. Can be kept anywhere between 3 feet in height. Can creep up to 6 if you let it, but it looks like that right there year round. And so that's it. I've covered you know, all of the end pieces here that I did are all going to be very good in the shade. I really like using this Florida Sunshine Ligustrum. If you can, it really does brighten a dark space. Same thing with that Mojo Pittosporum. You're going to get summer flowers on your hydrangeas. You're going to get winter yellow flowers on the Mahonias. You can get fall flowers on the camellias, and so you can really mix it up and achieve a long flower time. You know, mixing these plants along your foundation with different heights, different sizes, and like I say, different flower times. So thanks again for following along with these videos for the foundation plants. And the third one is going to be things that will work on the corners of foundations, tall, narrow things.